Alright, time for my round 1 game of this month's Rev, or MSEM GP, sorry. Yeah, the Rev decklist stream is still going on right now, so I had to. I mean, I'll watch the Rev stream later, I guess. Okay, still need to get things in order. Does that look correct? Yeah, it probably is correct. Anyways, so I'm playing Ramp again against Ang, who is on Phoenix. So the good news here, the good news is that I have main deck Grave Hate. And turns out I managed to draw it, so yeah, I'm keeping this hand. And I'm on the play too, which is nice for me. So from the downside right now is that I don't have fetch lands, so I don't have any lands to just exile off the bowl immediately, but it should be fine. Turn on. Okay, that's nice. Anyways, so turn 1 play, Primal Resurgence. That's like, oops. I mean, that's the turn 1 that you always want to see when you're playing this deck. How much removal does my opponent have main deck? They have Distant Thunders. Okay, so, I should probably put it in chat, but they play a Bilge Crab, which can start milling themselves if they want to. Recall. Oh, well, I can't cast that, but that's fine. Anyways, so I need to worry about Distant Thunder because that thing can kill my bow, and I really do not want my bow to die because that would be annoying for me. Okay, actually, no, I just do Kernon's round. Okay, yeah, I got the absolute nut draw this game. Can they get a Phoenix down on 2? Anyways, so yeah, I can get Kernon down this turn. Like maybe they have some way of getting down a Phoenix on 2, but hopefully they don't. And if they do, then I'm not going to bother playing around it. And Kernon actually survives a single Phoenix swing, which is nice because Phoenix only has 3 power. Anyways, yeah, my opponent even mulliganed down to 5 too, so like they're really getting the short end of the stick this game. But yeah, so Kernon pluses to tap a land. I have a land that taps for 2 mana, so I can Kernon into a 2-drop, play out Ramsey. Ramsey makes a land order that lets me untap my land if I want to, so that's a lot of mana going into next turn. Not sure what I'm doing with it, but okay, so they're playing Unquenched Greed, that draw 2, discard 2, they build Crab, mill themselves. They mill over Nightmare Riders, which will mill themselves on upkeep. They discard 2 Whisper Woods, which returns to their hand at the end of turn. Or did they get the Whisperwood trigger? Where did they get? Oh yeah, they got the trigger from Nebula. All right, so they could be holding up Distant Thunder right now, which is a concern. How many lands are in the yard? Not that many, which is problematic because I do not want my sack bow to just die to stuff. Again, I can get up to 6 mana, but I don't know what I'm doing with the mana. I can Kernel minus to sack Ramsey and grab something else, but I can grab a 3-drop. What's a good 3-drop to grab right now? I don't have any 3-drop. I don't really have any good 3-drops to grab main deck, right? Like I'm just running the Pale Scatters as my 3-drops. So I guess I should just keep plussing Kernon because if I get Kernon to 6, I can fetch Greenwood Outrider and that kills them or kills my opponent. Yeah, actually, I'll Crumbling Shrine first. Maybe oh well. I guess my opponent knows what's coming. I do not want to bin that because sack bows are really good in this matchup. So now what? I can kill the Bilge. Oh wait, no. If I wanted to minus Kernon to grab something to kill Bilge Crab, I should have done it earlier. Wait, if I plus Kernon right now, I'm going to mill over bow. Okay, well, I did not plan things through. Well, I mean, how likely is it for them to actually kill bow plus Kernon? I mean, it's not that hard for them to do. I just want to grab Pelscour and to start beating them down. I think like as long as I can stick at sack bow, they can't really do much, right? At least pre-board where they don't have any ways to prevent Grave Hate from hitting their cards. So I think the best play for me is actually just to do this. Like, even though this looks kind of bad, yeah. I guess I do this. If they kill my sack bow, I'll just Kernon minus to grab the 1 from my graveyard, or Kernon minus 2 to grab the 1 from my graveyard. So I have sack bow with 5 mana up. They can't really do anything super threatening right now because of my sack bows. Okay, that's Amioga Firebird. Amioga Firebird does use triggers, so I can always exile this thing in response to the trigger. They're going to... Okay, they're not going to play a 3... What 3-mana things do they even have? They could try to hardcast their Phoenixes, I guess. Maybe that's their plan now, to hardcast Phoenixes. Like, if they just hit down Kernon, then that's annoying for me. How much does Greenwood Outrider swing for right now? Because if I can get Kernon up to enough, like if Kernon gets to 6 loyalty, then minuses the fetch. Okay, they're just hard casting the Phoenix. Actually, yeah, that's completely fine. So they're swinging a Kernon probably. I can't prevent that from happening, so I just I let that happen. Okay, so they can't do anything in response to me, so I'm going to start sack bowling all their lands. And once this thing gets to 4 toughness, it's out of range of anything my opponent can do. So maybe I should have exiled the forest instead. Do I actually care about growing this guy anymore? I think I should just start. Yeah, I should just like start exiling stuff from their yard. The nitrous renewer is not very useful right now. How do I deal with Cinder Feather Phoenix? I think I start by playing Crumbling Shrine, or maybe I want to Carnon Plus first. Am I ever going to Carnon Minus here? Is there anything worth Carnon Minusing for? If I want to get Sackbow out of my yard, but I've already determined that my opponent can't kill my only Sackbow in play. So I don't think I ever need to get more Sackbows, so I think I'll just I'll just do this first to see why I flip. Okay, I guess that's more Sackbow fuel. I still don't have blue yet, so I can't recall. I guess I can just pump all of this into Sackbow. Like, yeah, pump it all into Sackbow and then start swinging with it. I do outrace the Phoenix. Anyways, so I guess I play Crumbling Shrine, see why I flip. I mean, that's fine. That finds me my blue source for recall next turn. Just keep growing Sackbow. Yeah, sure, let's just keep growing Sackbow. Where is it? So, that thing will clock them down in a pretty quick, in a very few number of turns. Yeah, let's just start swinging. I can end up turning animate Crumbling Shrine if my opponent doesn't do anything, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do graveyard stuff, so which means that I can just keep Sackbow up. If they kill Carnon, it's fine because I have blue sources, so I can recall next turn, and that probably catches me back up. Do I want the Nitrous Renewer? It might matter for getting... No, at this point, I'm pretty sure Greenwood Outrider is lethal even if I don't put out Nitrous Renewer. So it doesn't really matter what my opponent does here. Yeah, I can always Sackbow in response to stuff. So unless they have latent potential, well, no, they can't. Latent potential doesn't even do that much for them because their graveyard's pretty empty because Sackbow has been doing its job. Or no, they just haven't self-milled that much because Sackbow is like pressuring their graveyard. Anyways, yeah, I let this happen. I don't really care. They can actually if they get Cinder Phoenix or Cinder Feather Phoenix into their yard, I guess they can reanimate it for cheap. Well, that's more lands for Sackbow. So now they're going to start sacking the Whisper Woods to, I'm assuming, oh, Distant Thunder. Are they killing Kernon? No, they're trying to Distant Thunder face. And now they have Relive Reality. Okay, so I think the trick here is I need to exile this before they get the chance to cast it. So I should do this. And I guess I'll also, no, I should play it safe. I don't want to, like, exile Meoga Firebird and then they do an instant thing in response and then, yeah. God, yeah. I mean, you're the one who's playing the graveyard deck. I mean, it actually is quite unfortunate for them to like run game 1 run into or round 1 run into the deck that's mainboarding probably the best grave hate against them. Latent potential. Okay, they're going for it. I mean, Karnon's dead, but I'm fine with that. They might actually have some missed triggers, but like, yeah, they're getting some. I just take. Yeah, I just take. Or oh. Okay, yeah, I go down to 9, but that should be fine. As long as they don't have more latent potentials from like random places, I should be fine. And I don't think that. Oh, I can snipe the Whisper Woods right now. And then sure, I guess might as well take your other lands. If they want to do shenanigans right now, they can. Like they could, if they have an instant speed thing in response to. Oh no, they're empty-handed. Yeah, they're. Okay, yeah, they're just completely screwed now. And Karnon's still alive, which means that I'm pretty sure I have lethal here. I Karnon minus sack Ramsey, grab the Bessie's Brood, kill Build Crab, and then I have Tooth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have lethal somewhere. Okay, so I fetch with Wayfarer Shrine. I grab Island. I minus Karnon. I sack Ramsey. I grab Bessie's Brood. I kill Build Crab. And I think I animate one of the Crumbling Shrines. Okay, yeah. GG. So yeah, they got my opponent got pretty rotten luck game 1 because they mulliganed down to 5, and then I had a sack bolt in my opener. Oh yeah, and so the good thing about this matchup at least is that I'm also like I have a really good sideboard plan against it. I think I bring in the tiles too, right? I just name sorcery with this and hope they don't have instants. Yeah. What do I take out? I don't think Roba is necessary. Death in Bloom might. I don't think I need Greenwood Outrider actually. Because I think I keep 1 in to threaten. No, it's fine. I take that out, and I take out one more card. Is it Recall Forgotten Aeons? It might be. I mean, there's also Sign of Silence if I want to remove haste from the birds, but I don't think that's worth it. Actually, do I bring in more Kernons? The upside of more Kernons is that I can. I basically increased access to this. Actually, yeah, I think I agree with that. I'll like trim a Recall Forgotten Aeons and trim a Death. No, I really want more Sack Bows. I think Pale Scatter is actually the weak link here. Or do I? I don't really. Ultimate Surveyor is decent, but I don't think I need that many of it. Not really how I'm boarding. Like this feels incorrect, but maybe. Okay, so like I'm trading. I bring in some more 3-drops and I take out some 3-drops. I'm not taking out 2-drops though, even though I brought in a bunch of 2-drops. So maybe I should be trimming Ramses, which feels wrong, but maybe that's correct just for ratio reasons. I'm not sure. Okay, well, hopefully I don't get super punished by boarding like this. And this hand would be great if maybe this hand's still good enough. So like I don't have, so turn 1 I have nothing. I can still top deck it untap. Yeah, I keep this. I can still top deck an untap land, and my deck does play 26 lands for a reason. They have turn 1 Build Crab. Alright, untap land top deck. No, but Crumbly Shrine might flip me into I need lands. I bimmed Kernon. Oracle's Vision? Sure. And okay, so they did board in Wicker Screech. And they just keep milling themselves. Okay, so they also brought in Fire Eraser. My main worry right now is that they have Beneath the Zadina in sideboard, which prevents their graveyard from being targeted. The card itself is in the graveyard. So if they only have 1, it's fine because Sackbow can exile it. But if they have 2, they protect each other, and then Sackbow becomes useless. So I'm really hoping that they don't find their 2 of, or they don't mill over both Beneath the Zadinas. And I don't know, okay, so that's workable. How do I maximize the mana I have this turn? Do I want the Ultimate Surveyor this turn? So what am I worried about? 2 Cinder. How? Oh, they reanimate. Okay, so I think I'm forced to Ultimate Surveyor, which means the play here is Island, Primal Resurgence onto it, which I don't like because that means Recall. Like I need to tap the Island for 1 mana to cast Recall later on, but I think that might be necessary. Like a Primal Island is better than Island without the Primal, even if it messes up my Recall lines later on. But anyways, yeah, like I need to shuffle these Cinder Feather Phoenixes because if I don't, then next turn they get 2 of, like next turn they reanimate both of them, and I am facing down 6 power flyers in the air, or 6 powers worth of flyers in the air, and I can't let that happen. So, and I have a really good opportunity to stop them right now. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Play Ultimate Surveyor. So shuffle these 2 guys back. What else do I shuffle back? Actually, do I want? Sure. Let's just shuffle back some like random cards, I guess. Maybe I should be shuffling back their removal spells because removal is like removal clunks their yeah, maybe I should be shuffling back their removal because removal clunks their draws more than cantrips, but I think it's like minor enough where it doesn't matter. So they mail over Cinder Feather Phoenix. That thing might be coming down really soon. They play out Nebula. I don't actually have answers for these flying guys, so, and that's okay, they're just churning through their deck right now. I guess this is what happens when I don't get the turn 1 ramp. So the good news for me, oh, that's a Myoga Fire, and that's real. I think I'm dealing with 2 Phoenixes now, this turn. I don't think I can outrace 2 Phoenixes right now. Or maybe I can. Like I have only 3 mana to work with next turn because of my tap land, but maybe I draw an untap land. But that still only gives me 4 mana to work with, which is, I guess I play out Sackbow, hopefully it does stuff. Yeah, like it's not looking good for me right now. What is my opponent doing right? I think they played Reach from Chat. Okay, now they're arising the Cinder Feather Phoenixes. So did they not get Myoga Firebird? Actually, maybe they missed their Myoga. Yeah, maybe it's because Myoga got milled after their third spell, so they can't trigger it this turn anymore. Okay, if that's the case, then that's good because at least I'm not dealing with a Myoga Firebird in addition to whatever else I was dealing with. The question now is like, how do I? So I think the play here is to get Sackbow down. That's like for sure. So the question is, how much mana do I want with Sackbow? I can keep up 2 mana with Sackbow, which like exiles Myoga plus Relive. Or I mean, I exile the thing that Relive is targeting. I think it's probably better to be doing, or that's probably the better thing to be doing right now. I could also go Sackbow Nitrous. Problem with that play is that I'm forced to use Sackbow on my turn because of how the sequencing works out with Primal Resurgence is making mana in 2s at a time. So like I guess I exile Myoga main phase and then hope my opponent doesn't have an answer for sack bow. But that does get me Crumbling Shrine into play. So then next turn I have, like, if sack bow goes unanswered, which I think is unlikely because they've turned through so many cards already and they boarded in removal too. So maybe it is just better to like play out sack bow and then hold up 2 mana. That sack bow exile 2 things, it probably gets answered somehow. If my opponent tries to go after my sack bow, then I try to exile lands to protect it. That's really bad because then that makes me Ghost Shields down for their stuff. I mean, so keeping up sack bow makes my opponent play more scared. Maybe that's what I'm going for. Because like next turn, what am I doing? I'm playing recall without being. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I keep up sack bow. Like it's probably better than whatever else I'm doing right now. And hopefully this works out. They definitely can't churn through a lot of cards. Sack bow also does not prevent latent potential from hand from killing me, which is a problem, but I don't think anything in my deck prevents that from happening, so hopefully that isn't a thing that they have. Dig and Crunch Greed, okay, or no, they're building stuff off Nightmare Riders. I mean, like, if they don't have a way to kill sack bow, and then that's actually good, because I untap with 5 mana, and 5 mana to sink into sack bow is pretty good. They're on their 4th land now, they're, what? Oh, Distant Thunder. Alright, so now the question becomes, what? I mean, sure, yeah, sure. I can always exile their Relive Reality target in response to, whatever. Do I have a way to prevent this from happening? How much is that punching for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12? Can I prevent? Okay, so I can sack bow 2 things. So that brings it down to 10, which makes me survive with 1 life. Maybe that's, well, I mean, either that or I sack bow, which is not what I want to do. So I guess I do that and then they somehow bring back Myoga and I die. I could also like exile 1 thing and then sack bow to gain 3 life, but that still doesn't, I mean, it makes me survive, but I don't think that I'm in a good spot if that happens. I think my play here is to hope that they don't have a way to get Myoga up. I guess I just exile like a random Distant Thunder or something, because I really do not want random damage from their yard. Okay, so I guess they don't have the last spell to trigger Myoga, so that's good at least. They could have random stuff from yard. Oh, okay, I got to untap. That's really good. That's a second sack bow, but no, that's also really good because then I don't, like, if my opponent tries to go after my sack bows, I'm less scared. Okay, so what do I do now? So one of the sack bow needs to exile 2 lands and sack itself to prevent myself from dying to Cinder Feather Phoenix. And the other sack bow is going to be on Graveyard Patrol. Can I do all that with the mana I have? Okay, so that's sack bow. Or no, the first sack bow is going to have to exile two spells or 2 things to like make sure Firebird doesn't kill me, and then okay, so that means I'm working with a single sack bow. So then that means I just go Crumbling Shrine. Pale Scatter is it useful right now? No, it is not. It is not useful right now because this is not the axis I'm fighting on right now. So I been that, and yeah, I guess I pass with. I can swing here. It means that I die too if they kill Alton Surveyor with a random burn spell, but I'm dead to burn spells off the top anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I should just try to get some chip in with sack bow while I can. Or no, they just block with Build Crab. Or they're okay. They don't block with Build Crab because they don't want to trade it off. Wait, no, Build Crab can actually get in for damage because of the build. Okay, well, hopefully they don't know. Hopefully they don't notice that Build Crab can actually swing for damage. They sack the clue. Okay, and they bin a bunch of more cards. Still no beyond or beneath the Zadina at least, so that's good at least. So let's see if they can kill me with 4 cards. I mean, this is yeah. So all the Distant Thunders are accounted for, so they don't have more Distant Thunders from hand. Leecham Chaff, yes, that's fine because I can't afford to let this, or I can't afford to do anything in response to this. Okay, so think about priority stuff. So they're probably, yeah. They're probably thinking about latent potential stuff. So, or they're thinking about Relive Reality, latent potential, shenanigans. So if they try to like pitch Relive Reality, they don't need to do Relive Reality this turn, right? Because they already have Cinder Phoenix swinging for lethal, which forces a sack bow sack. I guess like if they can get latent potential onto Cinder Feather Phoenix, then it guarantees that's lethal through sack bow. But like Relive Reality is not going to work. If they relive, or if they pitch relive, and they try to relive latent potential, I'm just going to tap this and then exile their latent potential. Oh, they have a second thing. Yeah, that's a problem because I can't respond to this arising, so that happens. Can I still survive this? Okay, so like I can exile 3 things, so that to 5 power, or no, I have 5 mana, so I can exile 4 things. 4 land. Is there 4 lands to exile? Yes, there are 4 lands to exile. So I can exile 4 lands and then sack this thing. Oh yeah, build crab. Yeah. Am I just dead here? So what? I block Surveyor on the build crab because otherwise I just pump build crab and I actually take more damage. Or I mean I can block here, but so Sackbow exiles 4 things and sacks itself. That's 6 life. I have 7 life, so I have virtual 7 life work. I'm working with 7 life. I am always dead here. Maybe they misplay. Yeah, I needed to not attack with Sackbow there. Well, I mean they got me, so yeah. I mean even if I made it through the turn, I'm pretty sure I'm still in this horrible spot, so it doesn't really matter that much. I wonder if I bring in Siam Silence because that thing, like that thing gets rid of the flying from the Phoenixes, which means that I can actually tussle with them on the ground. And what else does Scion hit? It hits build crabs. Maybe this thing is useful. Maybe I don't. It probably isn't though. Okay, is Hue useful? No, their spells don't cost. Is Arise a cast? Let me double check. No, it's an ability. Okay, so Hue doesn't do anything. I think I board out more recalls actually because recall might be too slow. In fact, I board out all my recalls. That feels incorrect, but maybe it is. Like so I do this so I don't have to worry about fetching blue anymore. So now the deck is entirely about just small guys. This has to be incorrect, right? But maybe it is correct to do this. Like, so the reason I'm boarding out Ramses is because Ramsey does nothing on the. But I mean that Ramsey is also part of my ramp package. But I'm also boarding on so many 2-drops. Okay, maybe like this. This feels even more incorrect. But you know what? Let's see if this crazy sideboard plan can actually work. No 1-drop, so that's a mulligan. No lands, which is okay. But I'm on the play, so that's a mulligan. Okay, well I mean that's a pretty keepable 7 or a keepable 5. So I'm curving Primal into Kernon or Primal. It's Primal into Pelscatter or Primal into Kernon. Primal Pelscatter Vivian. So I'm bliming both Kernons, unfortunately. Which is really unfortunate because I really wanted Kernon because then I can fetch my hate bears. Maybe it's still no. I think getting Vivian down on board is way more important than anything else right now. So that means Mysterious Cataract, Forest turn 1, Pelscatter, and then I need to draw another land. I have 26 lands. I can probably draw a land in the top 2 if yeah. All right, so I guess that's my plan. Actually, I totally could have gone Primal to Kernon, right, and hope that I didn't die. Yeah, they can't kill Kernon with a single card. I probably could have kept Kernon and then did Primal Kernon Vivian. Well, it's too late to change my mind now. So, but if that line ends up losing me the game, then I guess I deserve that. As if me like going Pale Scout instead of Kernon ended up losing me the game, I probably deserve that. And actually, Kernon would have been good, right? Because Kernon, like if I can Kernon into Oracle's, okay, that's good. They don't have a turn 1. They don't play to the board turn 1, so that's good. Yeah, Kernon was way safer too because because at least I don't have to worry about not drawing lands if I went Kernon because Kernon always like guarantees that I get. Okay, I think I really regret not or keeping Kernon over Petal Scatter now. Unless they have removed no, it still doesn't. Yeah, like with this board say they can't actually kill Kernon on 2. So I definitely misplayed. Weak from Chaff. Sure. Or they could get a Phoenix. No, they still can't. The only way they could actually no, they can't even rise a Phoenix because they would need some way of discarding it. So they can't. Yeah, they definitely can't kill Kernon from this range. So yeah, pretty big regret. But if I top deck and untap land here, then it's fine because I just slam Vivian and then Vivian pluses and hopefully finds me plays for the next few turns. If I don't find an untap land, then it sucks. But I at least get to play down Sackbow with a decently stocked graveyard. So hopefully Sackbow gets to do things. Hopefully, like they have my opponent has a decently slow start right now. They don't have any Phoenixes in yard yet, so I'm not under too much pressure right now. Ramsey is, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it gets me Vivian for next turn, unless I want to go Sackbow. Unless I want to go Ramsey plus Sackbow, in which case, like they can force me to. If I want to, like, if they Distant Thunder to Sackbow, then it forces me to sack the land aura to protect the Sackbow. But I guess that's actually fine. Yeah, okay, I'll go for that. And yeah, so let's see if they want to Distant Thunder my Sackbow. If they have 2 distant thunders, they can like distant thunder, or if they have 2 removal spells, they can like point 2 of it at sack. They can point 1 of it at Sackbow, force me to sack the land or to tap my land, and then point the other one at Sackbow. But I think that's actually fine because no, that's bad unless I draw an untap land, because then that puts me off Vivian. They are down at 14, so like Pale Scouter is beating them down, I guess. Okay, they are going for it. Latent potential. So they could get a Phoenix back. Is it worth it to just let Sackbow die and let it eat a Distant Thunder? Okay, so Vivian Mines can kill it. I think it's actually fine because Vivian Mines kills the Phoenix. So like I want to guarantee Vivian at the same time. Like okay, so like if they have if they have Distant Thunder plus Fire Erasure, then they have 1 man to. So then they would need to Fire Erasure in response to this, and then I don't think they can. Okay, I think it's fine, but this basically puts me in a spot where I need to not top deck. I need to top deck a land or basically anything that's not expensive. But I think this is still good for me. They let this happen. Interesting. Okay, so maybe this is their way of making me tap out of Sackbow. I mean, I guess that's actually a reasonable. Yeah. So then I guess now their play is to, now that Sackbow is offline, they can try to get a Phoenix out of the graveyard. They did play a land this turn though, right? So they have 2 mana to work with. I don't think that's enough to get a Phoenix plus way to punish. Oh, what? Okay, so I guess they literally just did that to force me to spend my land aura. Interesting decision. Oh, well, I got my untap land, so never punished. Is there any reason to play Vivian pre-combat? Not really. Yeah, I'm just going to swing first. Or no, Vivian buffs Pale Scatter. Okay, yeah, I guess I do it pre-combat then. So what can I fetch? I guess I just fetch basic. Or I fetch Lust Oasis. No, I just fetch a basic here. Because I have no blue source. Yeah, I have nothing blue in my deck anymore. Alright, do they have a response to this? They let it happen. Alright. So I'm always plussing first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't mind the Henry. I go to combat, I swing with everything. So that actually whacks them for 10. So they're dead next turn unless they can like one-shot me from this range. Plus, are they doing anything? No. Well, anyways, I do this. Let's see if they have end of turn shenanigans they can pull. They're drawing a card. They're cracking a clue to draw a card. I think they're out of stuff now. A Glimpse Beyond. Okay, sure. So what? They would need a Phoenix plus latent potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 16 life. Phoenix by itself is 3 damage. They need to get 13 things in their 13 spells into their graveyard before latent potential one shots. I think I'm safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually no. Very close. Like if they have if they have the combo, I am just dead, and they could have it. Like yeah, I tapped out for. I wonder if it was correct to. Oh no, they're pitching latent potential. Maybe also so either they have another one or they just never found their phoenixes this game. I think it's more. Oh, foreshadow. I mean yeah, that's fine. They're still dead, right? Vivian just might no. They have 2 of these. Oh, huh. Yeah, that is certainly something. Ah, okay, so they blow up my entire board. Yeah, okay. No, I'm still fine because I still have a board presence, and they're out of gas now. They can't ever attack with Wicker Screech because then they risk dying on the backswing. I guess this is like one of the points where I really wish I'd fetch Lumbering Hillock. Well, anyways, I get Henry down just to make life slightly difficult for them. Like, it prevents Wicker Screech from ever swinging. How many of them do they run in the side? They run 3 in the sideboard. So I can swing with both of these guys to force 1 damage onto them. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, I think I just... do I go empty-handed? Is there any reason for me to keep cards in hand? Not really. Okay, I'll just play all my cards out. And I keep all my guys back, right? Like, is there any reason to swing here? Just to force through... yeah, I should just wait, because... I want to get a big enough board where like I can swing with everything and then make sure there's something gets through. They're cracking their clue to draw a card right now. So can they do latent potential stuff? Like Henry being in play probably makes the combo kill from hand a lot harder for them. Also, they still don't have any phoenixes yet. I wonder if they just like didn't mill them or if they boarded out phoenixes. Okay, no, they're hard casting phoenixes now, and they're pulling it back to block because this is the sort of game it's evolved into. And I top deck Vivian, so it never punished. Do I just win here? No, I'm 1 off. So I guess I Vivian plus, see why I flip, and then -3 to kill. No, that's not useful. Or is it? No, it's not. And do I want this thing to die? Not really. Okay, so the fact that Cinder Feather is in play means that I now need to worry about latent potential from hand one-shotting me. And killing it does absolutely nothing because they just arise it if they want to get the kill. So I think I just need to Vivian and then plus to look for cards. I could also swing with Henry, but I don't think that's worth it. Did I board out Greenwood outright? I'm pretty sure I boarded out Greenwood, so I'm actually not sure what my win con here is. Oh no, my win con here is to get another guy on board, clear out Cinder Feather, and then swing for lethal. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, I'll make my only legal play. I assume they have nothing. Like they're not playing one-man counter spells, right? So plus Vivian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alton Surveyor. Did that do anything? Not really. In fact, it makes things worse for me. Alright, I mean, sure, I guess. So now we're just staring at each other. If they top deck another Wicker Screech, I guess they blow up Henry plus Vivian and then the board swings even again. But if they don't, then like they're in pretty big trouble. French Greed, yeah, that's fine. They pitch more Whisper Woods. So they need to get one more guy down, or else I just kill them. Right? Or unless my opponent has Distant Thunder or like one of the other 3-mana spells in hand right now, which they totally could have. Like they could be holding last card. Well, that makes things a lot easier for me. So Scion of Silence, or actually no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I just play Scion, turn off Wicker Screech, and swing for lethal. Or Vivian kills Cinder Feather, and I swing for lethal. Scion turns off Wicker. No, I should. So I always plus first because there's no reason not to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sure. So let's just make sure I have lethal here. So Vivian kills Cinder Feather. Now Silence makes okay. And then I swing with all my guys. They block like here. They still die. And if they have like some random removal spell, they kill that and they survive at 1 life. So I should just turn off Wicker Screech to just be doubly sure that I don't get screwed over by that line. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's see if they have it. And turns out my opponent doesn't. So yeah, that means I win my game 1, my round 1 match. I agree. Yeah, I'm miserable. Like if I get Sackbo and then I just do Sackbo stuff. If I don't get Sackbo or they manage to get on board before I get Sackbo, I just die to a bunch of flyers. But I am glad that I got the upper hand this matchup. I mean, like I'm actually super tech against them, right? Because I have these, like I have Tels, I have Scions, I have Sackbos, I have Henrys. Like I'm just super tech against them, and that wasn't even intentional, by the way. Like I just figured that going super deep into Hate Bears is a better sideboard plan than trying to run stand unassailable and Forbidden Treasures. And like this sideboard plan also benefits from Kernon being able to tutor out the Hate Bears. But yeah. Also, I remember during the decklist stream, Nick said that they're betting that Ange will end up winning the GP, but they're 0-1 currently because they managed to roll the matchup that has mainboard Sackbos. Is there anything interesting to look at here? What were they holding? 2 Wickers. Okay, so they just got 0 Phoenixes this game, right? Yeah, they were like on the Wicker Screech plan. They were really deep on the Wicker Screech plan, but I guess Wicker Screech was just slightly too slow for them. Like if I didn't top deck the untapped land there, I would have been forced to or did Sackball die there? I slammed Vivian here. What did I do that turn? Okay, so I protected Sackball. Oh. Okay, so I guess they distant thundered it because in order to force me to use Sackbow on lands instead of spells because they really need the. No, it doesn't even matter. Wicker Screech, non-land. Oh, non-land. So yeah, they wanted to force my Sackbow to be used on land instead of non-lands, which in order to discount their Wicker Screech. And then if I didn't draw a land there, then what? I just held up Sackbow and then they drew some cards and tried to Wicker Screech. Or like I could have exiled stuff in response to Weed from Chaff, but I don't think I would have tried. Like I wouldn't have gotten the heads up that they were holding Wicker Screeches and needed to proactively exile non-lands from their graveyard. But yeah, then they just kind of died after that. Did anything happen? Game 2. What was it? They got Nutso. So I guess. Okay, so I think this turn was a forced Alton Surveyor just shuffling back their Phoenixes. I think. So then the turn afterwards, like I had the choice between Sackbow or I had the choice between whether I wanted to play out Nitrous. I decided to hold up double Sackbow, and then I guess that ended up favoring me because No, I got. What even happened here? Oh, yeah, I held up double sack bowl so that I didn't die to Cinder Feather late potential. Okay, so that did matter then. And then they got the second Phoenix and I died anyways. Was game one interesting? Let me double check. I got the Kern on. I got the early sack bowls and then my opponent just never did anything after that. Okay, well, so that was game one. Hopefully I get as good luck in matchups in the future games, and hopefully I can finally top cut this season. But if I don't, then at least there's next month. Anyways,